Brother took off. How you guys doing? We're calling this Homeless Car 2. And I covered up on some things, weapons. Some of the rules, etiquette. Don't be knocking on other people's cars at night, especially if the curtains are up or the shades are up or whatever the hell they have blocking out their windows. Mind your own business. Worry about yourself, not other people. Eventually, you're going to find other people like yourself. Don't talk to people unless they're out of the cars. It's just courtesy, if you will. If you see somebody using something, wait till they get out, then ask them about it. Say, hey, I see you have that. Does that work? Whatever. Where'd you get it? Shit like that. Keep it simple. Keep it to the point. Get your information. Go away. Where a lot of us are used to being alone, and we don't want to deviate from that. So keep that in mind as you do that kind of shit. Hope your lights go on. Mustang. Why does the gas tank look like an E? But keep safe. Don't go to places where you shouldn't be. Another important factor is keeping your car care up to date. Okay. Once you change your oil and you check your belts and all that, you're good. You're golden for months, even years. I've been there. But the things that do vary: keep your gas tank 3/4 of a tank full whenever possible, way above half. Watch the weather. Okay, this is a very important rule too. Watch the weather like a hawk. Okay, you never know with this crazy ass weather we got going on now. You never know. It's like, what was it? We had 80 degrees and it was 77 yesterday, and it was overcast and it was still hot. And then last night was really warm, but it was okay. Just use common sense. Leave other people alone. Make sure you always have something close to protect yourself with, regardless of whatever it may be. A stabby weapon is better than no weapon. Okay, so take that into consideration. It's like if I saw shit going down to the shit, then I'd dive back there and grab my firearm, or I could just pull this one up and then I'd have to lock and load. But it's shit like that. It's a lot of things to take consideration, because it's way different to being homeless. Because when you're homeless, you don't get to take all your shit with you. You don't have a place to sleep. You have to keep finding places to sleep. And then when you get told to leave or get kicked out of those areas, or they tear them down, like homeless embankments, camps, you gotta figure out where to go and restart over again. And it's crazy. And maybe lose some of the stuff that you relied on because it was in that camp when they tore it down. You weren't there or whatever. But some of us, we still have jobs. Don't tell people your business, okay? If you're living in your car, it's nobody's business but your own, okay? Now, eventually, somebody's going to see you. Somebody is. It's Thanos inevitable kind of thing. And it's sad, because then they turn around and they tell everybody else, hey, I heard you're homeless. No, I'm not homeless. And it's like, but you leave in your car. Yeah, that makes you homeless. No, don't. What makes me homeless is not what makes me homeless. It's where I sleep doesn't make me homeless. That has nothing to do with anything. It's like living in your camper. Who gives a shit? And most people will be like, oh, okay. Then it's true, It's all in your thought process, And it's like, if you think because I don't have a house, 4 walls and all that, I'm homeless. Doesn't mean that. It's all up in here. And it's like, people live in RVs all the time, year round now. RVs, the tenement on wheels with the motors and all that shit. People live in that shit. And I've seen people have like, RVs with the motor coaches, and they drive them wherever they go, and then they go to work and they park it out back. And when they get out of work, they go home. Home's right there. You got to drive 20 miles. I got to open the door. I just got to walk over there and open the door. I'm home. And it's then they got all these places, but then they got rules like that. Like some places, they won't allow you to sleep in your car. Where I could sleep in my car, and I just tell them, hey, I got a system. It's just like a camper, all full and fully self-contained. Let's just put it that way. Fully self-contained until the containment is full. And then I got to come out. But, think of every possible scenario you possibly can, okay? It's going to happen, okay? You're going to have somebody that you didn't do anything to get mad, start beating on your car, want you to come out so they can kill you. Just take off. Drive away if you can. Call the cops if you have to. Hey, I'm homeless. This guy just came out of nowhere. And it happens. I've been sitting there, not minding my own business. Some guy came up, and he walked. I seen him walk this way. I watched him in my mirror, and they got behind my car, and he disappeared. And I was like, fuck he go? And then all of a sudden, I started hearing this. I'm like, what the fuck is that? And I got out and looked. The guy was trying to steal my license plate with me in the fucking car. And he looked right at me in my mirror. Like, are you fucking serious? You fucking drug addicts, man. Yeah, tried to steal my license plate while I was in the car. And I was thinking, I know it's a badass license plate. It was B Scorpion for Blood Scorpion. But I was like, that's crazy. Steal my license plate while I'm still in the fucking car. That's just all sorts of craziness right there. But, it's just, there's just things that happen I want you guys to be aware of. Now, eventually you're going to meet people outside of your car, okay, because we do get out of our cars, and we are like you. We may have jobs, we may not have jobs, but we like to hang out in groups because it's safer in groups, okay? Oh, here's a big fucking thing. Don't park next to fucking another homeless person in the car. Leave a space or two, okay? Spread out, okay? Don't sit there and you say 2 cars there, back in between them. No, don't fucking do that. You're going to piss them off. Because I would get up and leave after I cuss you out. Because I don't want anybody, I don't want to reach out and touch somebody's fucking car that's right there. I don't want to hear you. I don't want to hear whatever you're doing with the weasel. I don't want to hear any of that. And I don't want to hear your music. And that's the worst one. Is when you come in near an area where people are homeless in the car, shut the fucking radio off. Turn the music off. Nobody wants to fucking hear that. Nobody wants to hear that fucking bullshit bass. Okay? I can't tell you how many times we all been sitting there. There was like 6 of us, and some guy pulls up in one of his little beaner cars and just boom, 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 and then he leaves it on for like an hour, to where we got to get out and just turn the fucking thing off or leave. Hey, fuck you, I can be here. It's like, no, you can't. Yeah, you can be here. Turn the fucking radio off. It's called noise fucking abatement. And you're disturbing everybody else. And then once somebody else, a couple other people get out, then they're like, oh, fuck. Look, I'm going to kick my ass. But it's like, Jesus Christ. Don't be rude. Turn that shit off. Nobody wants to hear your music. Pull in, be quiet, set your bed up, go to sleep, get the fuck out. And don't leave your trash. That's the biggest thing. Next to the noise. Don't leave your trash, man. How many times I've seen people leave piles of trash, and the trash can's like 100 feet away. It's like, really? You couldn't have just put it in a pile, drove over to the trash can, took the lid off, threw your trash in there, put the lid back on, and everybody would have been fine. Now we got to put your trash in our cars, drive it over to the fucking trash or walk back and forth. I mean, that's some bullshit. Respect the area, respect the property, respect the owners. Okay, if it's a business, respect it that it's a business. Don't just, how many times I've seen it, and people pull up in their RVs, got permission, everything, they went by, oh, I bought all this stuff there, but yeah, you got a giant rug out there, and a fire pit, and chairs surrounding it like you're at a campsite. This is a business. This isn't camping. This is something I'm being nice, allowing you to stay in my lot, and people take advantage of it, and it's fucked up, but that's what they do because they're stupid. I just want you guys to be safe out there, honestly. Now, there's different ways of taking showers. So some churches, like the one I'm at, they have a place, I've never used it, to where I could request it and I can go in and take a shower. They have facilities for that, which I thought was kind of weird, but whatever. I get a hotel once in a while. Like tonight I have a hotel in about an hour, and I will shower, shit, and shave, and relax, and watch some TV, and baby girl won't have to have my fat ass in her for the night, and I get to trim up all my shit, and I'll smell pretty the next day. And then when I get up in the morning, I'll go over and what do you call that? I'll go to Walmart and I'll get some cologne that I'm out of, and some men's stuff, and a tub and some waters and stuff like that. And I'll go restock my storage unit and trade some stuff out, my hotel bag for my car bag, if you will. A hotel bag is what I do, okay? So when I get a hotel, I usually at least try to shower every 30 days because I have wet wipes and everything. And as people, we do get stinky. And eventually it's nice to have a nice shower. I like the hotels because I can take a shower when I get there, eat my dinner, relax, and then when I get up in the morning, I can take another shower. And then get all freshened up, then put my clothes on, and then all I gotta do is bag my stuff and leave. And 2 bags in and out. My computer bag that I use every day for schooling and stuff. And then my, what do you call it? My hotel bag is what I call it. Has my trimmers, deodorant, shampoo, soap, Q-tips, all bathroom stuff. All my stuff that keeps me clean, and I could do the nitty gritty and shave and all that shit. So it's just a matter of I didn't grab a bag. It's just a matter of that. That's all really it is. I didn't grab another bag. God damn, I'm a dumbass. So, it's up to each person on how they want to do it. And everybody's different. But like I said, that way I can just grab the one bag, throw in like a pair of sweats or shorts, clean pair of socks, a nice clean shirt. Then there I go, I'm set for the night. Swap it out, put my new clothes on, put the dirty ones back in the bag. When I get back to my storage unit, I go ahead and put them in the basket where they belong, the dirties, and then I put my bag back up against the wall, and it's ready to go for the next time. Simple. And then it just depends. Everybody's different. But you wanna be able to save. That's part of your emergency fund. Is what I make a homeless fund now. I've had a lot of experience with this shit, so a lot of people have the emergency fund. Yeah, that's grand. Pay your bills, yeah. But what happens after that? What happens if you can't get a job? And the way this going, it took me 2 years. That's how I lost all my shit the second time. COVID was the first one. Within 7 years. I lost my shit 3 times now. In 7 years. Yeah. Crazy. Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4 times. I'm sorry. I'm bad. But I lost that house. I really liked that house. Even though it was a pain in the ass with all them weeds. Never saw weeds grow so fast. One rain and they were huge. Big beanstalks too. That was crazy. But that was like $850 a month. And it was 2 bedroom, 2 bath, 1 car garage. I had fucking tons of food, freezers, refrigerators, washer, dryers. But my drinking, I fucked that all up. But then my sister came in and helped, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, she stabbed me in the back. I had COVID. Everybody thought I was drinking, and I wasn't. And then I lost that place, tried to commit suicide. That didn't work because I suck. Then I was unemployable for 2 years. And what was it? 2024, I took my last drink and my last cigarette. Sober ever since. 2 years, 2 months. 26 months. No alcohol, no cigarettes. But I traded one for the other. Sorry, I'm getting off key, but I traded those for eating. So, I'm fat. That's okay. I'm still a nice guy. I'm still an asshole. I'm still everybody's friend. But I can lose the weight. A lot of you people, you automatically lose 3 points just for being who you are because you suck. But anyway, if you guys got questions, put them in the comments. What do I do about certain situations, stuff like that. One of the biggest things, like back to the car thing, is keep an eye on your tires. Okay, I didn't think about it. I bought tires for this car. God knows when I bought these tires. It's like 2017 and 17. Yeah, I bought the tires, the first set of tires. Got them online, had them installed. I think I paid like $240. It was a great deal. But what I didn't realize it was 45,000 mile tires, but I didn't drive that much. So I thought, fuck, they'll last me until the car dies, right? And they didn't, which is very odd because I don't think I drove 30,000 miles on them tires and they gave out. But, you know, they had tread until I got out here. I drove out here, and when I got here, I could see the metal wires on them. I was like, oh, shit. So I had to get 2 new tires there. I wound up getting used ones, but he gave me a deal for like $100, $120, something like that. They're still on the car. They're still going. They were like brand new tires. They had some plugs in them. I think the guy ran over some like nails or something or whatever. But they work great, and they've been here ever since. And then when I had the job, I used to drive through the lot in the morning to check, make sure, you know, everything was closed, everything was safe. And then I ran over something and it punctured the tire. And it was so big of a hole. And it was just, there was no fixing it. And I barely made it to Walmart, 30 miles away. That's where I had to go. Yeah, it was like over 30 miles away, 35 miles away. And I wound up getting the other tire going flat. So luckily I bought 2 of them. And had them ever since. But keep your tires, you know, inflated. Make sure that they're good. I keep them all, even though they're all separate tires, like the back ones or the front ones hold more weight than the other ones, which makes no sense because they take less weight. Yeah, the front ones hold more weight than the ones in the back, which are bigger tires, more expensive tires. I thought that was really odd, and they hold more air. But I keep them all pumped up to 40 pounds, and she steers, she drives nice, keeps a good gas mileage. But just be aware, you know, watch your surroundings, especially if it's like your first couple of nights there. Where I stay now, the cops come over there and they're train their boots, which are new guys. You know, pull over, they'll have the siren, the lights going, and everybody's like, oh, what's going on over there? You know, and I'll just look at the window. I'll watch them, I'll hear them, back up, back up, back up, come towards my voice. And I'm like, oh, there's somebody getting trained, and training some boots. And I go back to watching TV. And so I have that as well. So I have what's called a Titan. It's just this little bad boy. I haven't activated it yet. And it's like $100 a month, but I can go anywhere in the continental United States and have internet. It's amazing. I love the little thing. But I'm just holding on my money right now. And with that, it's really funny because I use my phone for TV. I use my phone for a lot of things. More than I ever thought I would have. Like I did schooling on my phone today. Just a quick class, so I didn't miss a day. I also have a tablet I got from Walmart back in 2020, which works okay if I'm watching videos on it, but I can't really like stream from my phone to it. If I have the internet, I can. That's the weird thing. But I use the open Wi-Fi. There's a Toyota Center car lot by where I used to sleep in the church parking lot. That's why I went there, because I could get the free Wi-Fi. And I could watch movies and shows and still play on my phone, do all the things I wanted to do. So look for those little extras. If you can find a church that has, you know, some far off corners, the more parking, the better. So the farther you can be away from the church, even if you're standing out, hopefully you don't have a big yellow fucking car. Either way, you're going to stand out anyway. Doesn't matter if it's white, blue, black. Well, black's a little harder. But, you know what I'm saying? If you're off in the corner, far away as you can get to church, the less you're going to bother them. They'll see you out there and just think, as long as you're not there every fucking day, if you're there 24/7, 7 days a week, yeah, they're going to come over and say something to you. Because that's just stupid. That's why we have the library. And you know, if you can get like unemployment, something like that, it's all a game and how you get it. Now the food stamps, that's a little different too. So I don't really agree with the 20 hours a week, because if I'm going to work 20 hours a week, I want minimum wage for my 20 hours. Then whatever that comes out to, depending on what state you work in, that goes on my food card. That should go on my EBT. And I think that's the way it should be. Not, hey, 20 hours and like what I was getting, what, $300 a month? $297 a month. And I had to put 80 hours in. That's like $3.75 an hour. That's slave labor. What the fuck is that? But, you know, that was my thoughts on it. I don't know. What's your thoughts? Put it in the comment down below. I made a video on it because I don't agree with it. It kind of pisses me off. But you guys tell me what you think about that one. I thought that was kind of weird. But what was the other one? Get a cooler. I got this little Igloo cooler. It's I don't even know. Goddamn. It's a 41 12-ounce can max. It's a little awkward one. It's like this wide. It's this tall. I guess you can't see that. It's like 1.5 feet tall, and it's only like a foot wide. It's like it's 12 inch by 18, something like that. And it fits. I have a container. I have a tub on my floorboard where I keep all my extra medicines and stuff in a tub with a lid. Keep them safe. Then I put that on top of my video stuff, which has my mics and booms and all my shit. And it sits there, and then I have access to it at all times. And then my part of my blanket goes and covers these things to keep them all, you know, so other people don't be peeking. Keeps them safe. But, you know, it's whatever works for your environment. I can't say what's going to work for you. I can just tell you what works for me. You know, my battery works back here. It's got like, this little line comes up from the back. I also have one plugged in the front, you know, so it all depends on what I'm doing as to what works. So it's up to you. What works for you may not work for me. What works for me probably won't work for you. Now, I've seen people who have vans and they take the seats out. So you're going to definitely need a storage unit for that. But I've seen people, they buy vans and then they left the seats on the side of the road. What if you need them back? I'm like, okay. You know, and then they hook up, they put this solar on the roof and, you know, and they make it the way to take it down, put it in the parking lot and move it around. They had all sorts of systems going. Everybody was different. Everybody's different in how they do things. So don't judge another person by what they're doing that's different from what you're doing. Their situation is different. The way they look at things and how they think process is all different. Everybody's different. So don't be all judgy. And that looks like my axe. Got that plateau butt going. Bend her over, put a bear on it, and just keep going. Yes, I had. Yes, I had done that. Firewatch should divorce me. But he stuck a beer on my ass. And it stayed there. That was the worst part. It stayed there while he was doing his thing. Slapping those cheeks. Squirrels are getting brazen, man. That little bastard ran right by me. They act like little marsupials. You know, the ones that lift up out in the desert. Is it Africa? Can't remember what they're called. They're in Madagascar, you know. They look up. But anyway, yeah, just be safe out there. Do what's best for you. Ask for help when you can. Don't be judgmental of other people. Stay away from other people as much as possible, especially other car homeless. Don't park up on them. Park away. Loud. If you can get 2 cars in between you and not play music or anything like that, all the better. Because I've had people 2 cars away, and my videos were a little loud because we got the windows cracked because it's hot. I like it when it's winter. Reason being is I'm fat and I chaff. So, plus it's easier to put clothes on than it is to, you know, there's only so many clothes you could take off, you know. So many clothes you could take off in the summertime before you're naked as Jaybird, and it ain't getting any cooler. So keep that in mind too. And also depends on where you live too, as to humidity. Which I've learned this year that when it's 95 and humidity is 60, it's 107. It's like a magnifying glass. It's crazy out here. But like, subscribe, put your comments down below, hit the bell. Give me your elevator pitch. What are the things you got for these people to help out? Let me know. You guys have a good evening. I'm going to start heading off here, and it's almost hotel time, and I'm going to have me a good evening. So you too, and we'll talk to you guys later.